Hi, my name's Tom. Welcome to my third part of my Wood Elf vlog. I'm just chatting about what I'm doing with them. It is vaguely 4th edition Wood Elves. Old Hammer, Middle Hammer, whatever. I'm having a lot of fun with them. This is just what I've been working on next and my plans moving forward. Enjoy.
Okay, so I need to record this now because I keep getting too excited and just doing stuff and doing hobby without recording it, which isn't a bad thing. I'm not trying to get caught up in the digital world, trapped in the Matrix prison. But if I'm trying to make some content, some sweet content, I should probably give it a proper go. So I got this the other day. In one of my other videos, I talked about getting a mount for this merge. This is what I got. I managed to get it for 20 quid, which is a lot nicer than other prices I was seeing. It is the Griffon from one of the Empire generals. It's really cool. It's sick. I had to do some work on it. So you see there's a bit of some gap filling here and there. But the main thing is the wings were in a much more. They were like, whoa. They were in an upright position, and the merge just did not fit on. And I rushed into it. I really didn't think about it, and I started hacking up the staff. You can see I've had to rebuild it, and this is pinned on, and I know it's gonna come off at some point. But that's my own fault. So yeah, the wings were up, and I was not sure what to do with it. And then I remembered hot water existed. So I boiled up some water, and it gave me just enough movement in these to bend them, so they can sit there really nicely. And I think it looks so cool. I'm really happy with how it's gonna look. So next step is to sculpt a saddle. But I just wanted to take some video. I just wanted to get a bit of footage at this point before I went any further about with it. Yap about the bits I wanted to yap about. I put a little baby on there too, because yeah, it's cool. But yeah, it's looking really nice. I'm excited to see how it finishes up. But yeah, that's me checking in while I remember. So this is my little minor standing stone thing. I forgot to add the footage in the last video of me building it. But here's me painting it. It's nice and easy. So this is the standing stone wrapped up. I say wrapped up. I want to add a little. Where is he? Little. Oh, little fella. A little sprite from the Sylvaneth range of him coming out down here. So I need to get that sprayed up and painted. But other than that, this is finished. Really happy with it. Really nice and simple. Just a few layers of dry brushing, a bit of a wash in the recess to give it the symbol to give it a bit of summit. And yeah, it's sweet. It's really cool. I might do a few more because it was really easy to make, and it would be cool to have a standing stone circles worth, or maybe just a few for objectives. So what 1, 2, 3, 4 across a battlefield. That might give you some interesting scenarios and stuff. But yeah, it scales up really nicely. Really happy with it. All right, he's come together really nicely. I'm stoked with how it's looking. The staff fits, everything fits nicely. I've sculpted a bit of a saddle with a little bit of detailing on it. I don't know what that's going to show up. But yeah, it looks really cool. I'm going to pop him off so I can paint it a little bit easier. But to be honest, really need to make sure I do all my infantry before I treat myself to this big old lad. Figuring out what to do for the colour scheme. I'm thinking of maybe matching the little tiger or doing something different and doing like cheetah pattern or leopard spots on these two. I think it'll look really cool. But yeah, really happy with how that's come out. Really glad I managed to find this Griffon particularly. It just looks really cool. Like, it's an awesome present. So I went a bit beyond my test model. It's not exactly finished yet. He's getting there. But I wanted to get a bunch of base coats on a few models. This is a Warhammer Skirmish force. So it's like 200 points. With like no, I can't remember the specifics, but it's like you don't have to worry about minimum unit size. So you can just have Diddy units, a small hero, and you just have some little tussles. It's going to be a good format to getting myself back into gaming, and it's just a cool way to drive getting a little batch painted. This is my force with two of these war dancers can swap out. I can either have the two-hand weapons or two shield guys alongside Big Boy. So yeah, I'm really liking how these are looking. I think in the last video I said about how I was gonna transfer those colours across a variety of parts. And I think they look really cool. I think when they're all ranked up in a big unit, it's going to look really sweet. Just as a nice colour wave. And then I've been following the same colour schemes on my war dancers. Well, but same colours, but I'm trying to mix everyone up. So this one, she's going to have like gold armour, and then just the split pantaloons. This one's cool, it's all chainmail. I'm going for a bit of a Bowie look, because it just gives me Bowie vibes. I don't know if it's the cod piece, the hair, like, you know, it is what it is. Doing a bit of Harlequin pattern on the leader's trousers. Like, I hated doing this. It's so annoying. It's been a lot of back and forth, and there's bits in the kneecaps that like we're just not going to talk about. We'll see if you'll never see them, so like who gives a fuck, man. And then this guy is getting flame pants. This guy is maybe my favourite in the whole set. I don't know why. I love his haircut. I love his trousers. It's really cool. I'm looking forward to doing their shields and doing a bit of funky freehand. And then last off, I've just got this guy who's pretty plain. But again, he's going to have a shield. But he might not use it. It'll just be on the model. It'll look cool. But yeah, that's where I am at with a little bit of painting. It's looking really cool. I don't know if this will be in a video with these more finished or not. We'll see what gets edited together. But yeah, they're looking really cool. I'm really happy with how the colours are doing. Everything will get dropped back down and then built back up. Add a few more details, add some like stripes and some checkers on these guys. So I really enjoyed doing this standing stone bit of terrain, and I've started a little sprite to go on it just with a little pop of colour. I need to finish painting that and get stuck in. But so I wanted to do something else. I had a look at like White Dwarf articles and stuff, and like there wasn't tons, but there was stuff in trees, which makes sense. Wood elves, trees, I like it. So yeah, I made a tree. I followed one of Mel the Terrain Shooter's wire armature tree guides just to get me started, and went from there. So it's a few different gauges of I think this is florist wire, but I don't know now. This is like super bendy aluminium wire, and then this is like a bit finer, a bit tougher. It's paper coated, but it worked fine. And yeah, I'm happy with this little tree. I have made, where is it? Oh, I've made a little pot. This angle isn't great for showing you this, but it's like a little pot that sits in the tree. A little little structure that'll take a model. Oh my god. But yeah, I think it looks cool. It's a starting point. I'm not sure how to like texture the walls, whether they should be like vines or lots of little. I was doing this in the inside and it looks quite nice. Just lots of little sticks, make a bit of a palisade around it. But I don't think that looks particularly elegant. Which I do want an element of for Wood Elves, because like they're sexy elves, right? Like it is what it is. So yeah, I need to figure out exactly what that's gonna look like. But I'm happy with it as a base point, so I'm gonna put some tape over this to start covering up the wire texture, and then I'm not exactly sure where I'll go from there. I've never done, well, I have done a wire tree, but it was much smaller. So I need a bit more detail on this one. Like sculpting over it seems a lot of work. And yeah, we'll go from there, and we'll figure it out. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it from there, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap up the episode there. Thanks for coming along for the next little bit. I'll see you next time, and hopefully this. Or I don't know what this will be looking like, to be honest, but it'll look like something.